right. So on this upcoming clip, it was probably one of the most analyzed and talked about, discussed, snip, cut up, whatever you want to call over TikTok, Instagram, scene of season 1. So let's take a look at what scene that was.
Yeah, you're very gorgeous though, but I don't like that you put the fake flower in your vest trying to make it look better than what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like that you brought a fake briefcase. There's probably nothing in there, and it's also halfway open. You should probably close it. I don't like that the fact that you put your hat.
What would be
Why do you have
considered
a hat
a
on?
fake briefcase though?
Fake briefcase.
I mean, the hair
and
done.
something.
It's done. It's
So
done.
why
dog.
didn't you show your hair?
That's what I wanted to do today.
I understand. I just want to see your hair though.
I get it. You feel me? I've dealt with, you feel me, Chicago women most of my life. You okay? You feel me? Me and your brother probably sound alike because we done been through the same struggles. You feel me? But I could respect that. I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother. So
No problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
you sound like him though.
That's
So
because we from
talking-
the same place. So you don't like
No,
you don't
it's
like
not.
people from your hometown.
I never said
and
that.
that's respectful. I can respect
I
that.
just want a man with a higher vocabulary,
Okay.
which you don't have on your day-to-day speak.
Day-to-day
The irony.
Let's start with Daryl. So Daryl, after watching that and kind of like in that moment, were you shocked at how you felt like she was coming at you or whatever it may have been?
I can't say shocked because I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. I've been tested in ways I wouldn't expect it, and I almost felt like I was, I don't know, like, if I come on there and I tell you I'm from Chicago and I got a couple drinks and you tell me that you from the same place, it's almost like you saying something like that to trick me up at my spot. Cause everybody who from where I'm from and know people where I'm from, you just don't talk to them a certain way because people will give you what you're looking for. And I'm just extremely proud of myself. Always. I go back and look at the clip sometimes because that is growth. That ain't the man that I've always been.
Okay. Yeah, and a lot of people were, commending you on that. It seems like you took it pretty well. You didn't, raise your voice, get upset, anything like that. You just, let her know how you felt, express yourself, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then so Rizoma, how, I guess I want to say during that situation, it seems like you were just like, all right, I'm thinking of everything. I'm gonna fire at this guy. I'm gonna say it all at once. Like, what was going through your mind in that moment?
So I guess I should just kind of give you all my thought process because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, you degraded him or anything like that. Which I can totally understand why they saw it that way. For me, it was more so like a correction. So you clearly came onto the show, you were playing a role, right? And this is my thought process. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pop my balloon right away. But he came on sneakers, joggers, briefcase, sweater, trucker hat, and then a fake flower. And I was like, okay. Kept analyzing. He was in front of me. I saw that the zipper was in the back of the briefcase. I was like, oh, it's open. There's nothing in there. And I was like, okay. I was like, so if you're gonna play a role, at least play it correctly, right? But it was almost like you half-assed it. And then if you're not playing a role and that's really who you are, then it's like, okay, can't be upset. Bottom line is, I analyzed the entire situation. I saw a bunch of things that I didn't like. And then it was like, please don't get upset about this. But me and my friends made a drinking game of it. And we wanted to see how many times he said, you feel me? We couldn't even take shots. We had to have a regular drink because we couldn't do it. And so when I mentioned the higher vocabulary, I do want to apologize for that because people kind of saw it as oh, you're being rude. You're saying he's stupid. Or I was like, no, not at all. It's just, personally, I feel like if he was going to go on a date with someone, whether that was nerves or not, I couldn't imagine him being nervous on a date and we're talking, he says it over and over and over. And it's
So you saying the whole higher vocabulary was for him saying, you feel me?
Yeah, it wasn't oh, you don't know how to speak or anything, which is why I say I wish I would have explained myself more. I couldn't imagine us being on a date and then him saying it over and over due to nerves and I'm just looking at him with disgust or looking at him annoyed. And it's that's not fair. You deserve to be with someone who's oh, he's nervous, that's cute. Even though he's saying you feel me, I still find it cute. I wouldn't find that cute. So it's kind of it was more like a protective thing. I'm just giving you a correction. If you're gonna play a role, play it right. And you're just not my type. But you're gorgeous though, and I said that. Nothing wrong with it.
When you choose to correct someone and then you yourself fail in your conveyance of your sentence, what does that look like to you?
Oh yeah, I messed up, which is fine. And I'm sure everyone saw it as like,
The term correct almost bothered me a little bit because as if what I'm presenting as myself is something wrong.
Right.
As if, like, you could have just said there's something that you don't like, but you even do it today. You take every single shot that you possibly can at everything about me. And it's like, you didn't highlight every other gentleman as that such. Like, what about me that you see that you just want to take every pick at every problem that you could possibly see?
it wasn't like that.
But because I watched your full episode, so I seen how other guys spoke to you, how you spoke to other guys, and you feel me? Like, I don't think that there was one perfect man that you seen on the show, but you decide to speak on every little thing about this one man. So, like, I feel like it's corny because you keep constantly trying to reach out to me after the show. So I honestly
Whoa.
feel like
No, I did not.
you try to play this kind. It's corny because you attacking me as a person. That's who I am, bro. Like, I came on the show, it's who I am, and you telling me that everything about me you don't like. But then outside of the show, you want to have a conversation or a hug or smile in my face or hey Daryl or it's a us. It ain't no us thing. The only reason why me and you had a viral clip is because I handle myself well. I very well could have been looked at as a sassy or an evil man if I would have gave you the response that you deserved. But I gave you what I felt like it needed to be presented because a lot of young men get tricked out of their spot dealing with young women like yourself. And I don't want to be the crash out example. I want an example that no matter what, you could still be able to hold yourself in a certain type of light.
No, that's fine. I guess for me, it was more so the moment you walked out, I felt as if like, because I felt like you were playing a role, which you later on came out and said you did lie about certain things, which means you were playing a role. You already disrespected,
role?
hold on, you already disrespected all the women on there because now we can't even make a genuine decision based off of the information you gave us.
What's the role? What's the role that I played?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. That's why I mentioned the
I'm
briefcase
saying,
and everything.
when I came on the show and I spoke my truth, everything that I told you guys was the truth about me. I was asked a question about space from one young lady. Anything that I said to you all that I presented, this is me. This is Daryl. I have a briefcase. What is fake or a lie about having a briefcase? I seen a flower at the store on some slick gentleman stuff, whoever I was going. If I did like win with somebody, I was gonna take the flower off and present it to her. Like, I think about little cute things like that. Like, you feel me? So what is fake? Like, what's the character that got presented on the show?